Log into your Facebook, check your WhatsApp, secure your Apple Watch, charge your Tesla, and check out your Amazon cart because we saw 2025's War of the Worlds. So you know what that means.
Here we go.
Now it's time for How Did This Get Made? We're gonna have a good time, celebrate some failure, not just be a hater. Cause you know you wonder, how did this get made? Let's wallow in the mediocrity of subpar art. Perhaps we'll find the answer to the question, how did this get made?
Hello, people of Earth and beyond. It's the movie taking the internet by storm since its release only a few weeks ago. Ice Cube in a retelling of H.G. Wells' War of the Worlds. One man, one computer screen, and a lot of product placement. In an attempt to keep the show slightly on track because I know I could spend an hour pulling apart the first 10 minutes, let's just say this. Ice Cube plays Will Radford, a badass surveillance programmer who can monitor every person on Earth. However, his relationship with his pregnant daughter and son is strained because he is stalking them. Oh, and today is the day that the aliens attack. Anyway, let's meet my co-hosts, Jason Mantzoukas and June Diane Raphael. How are you both?
Wow. Wow. This was something else. This gave me a panic attack. Like too many open active windows on his desktop. It was stressing me out how much clicking around this movie entailed.
From moment one, that click, click, click,
Yep,
click, click, click.
Didn't like it.
He's in the Office of Homeland Security.
Yeah.
Right? He is this expert hacker, surveiller, whatever you want to say. He works alone in an office with multiple desks and computer screens.
Wow, good point. Well, okay, so I thought, before I realized it had just come out, I thought that it was a COVID movie. And I was like, oh, this is so smart. Like this was made on March 14th, 2020, and they had to all be separate. Everybody just had their iPhones and a computer screen, and they just shot it.
Yeah. 3 weeks after our Vancouver show where Paul absolutely had COVID.
Yes, and Paul spread it internationally.
Yep.
Sure.
Single-handedly. But I was like, oh, this is a COVID movie, and well done.
Yeah.
Well done.
By the way, June, it was a COVID movie.
What?
It was shot right at the beginning of COVID.
Okay, so then
The summer
you know what?
and fall of 2020.
So why force it on us now? Well, I mean, I assume they've taken the past 5 years just to really dial in the visual effects.
I think at a certain point you may say, let's take a loss on this one.
Yeah.
I don't know why it was delayed so heavily because to your point, June, it's not a movie that requires a tremendous amount of work I guess maybe the computer screens. I don't know.
Yeah. What do you mean? Everything looks like a DocuSign. Nothing looks real. Nothing looks like it's good. His cursor is the little hand cursor. It looks like a kid's computer he's on. And the Department of Homeland Security would have hundreds and hundreds of analysts working at desks with multiple monitors, not like one 63-year-old man.
Well, I would understand it if he had gone into the office at like 5 a.m.
Yeah,
and
right.
then they went into lockdown, but he's there at 9 a.m.
On a Sunday.
It's a Sunday?
I think someone says it's Sunday at one
I
point.
believe it is a weekend because that's why the Secretary of Defense is out golfing.
Yeah.
With a cigar.
Yes, and that's
Oh.
also why our other Homeland Security chief, Clark Gregg, was working out in his office.
Oh, yeah.
Just doing a home gym in his like work office, not
Oh,
like
yeah.
a home office.
Getting
Sweating.
jacked.
Oh my
so
gosh.
jacked.
I
Yeah.
appreciate then that they did this during COVID. That
What?
does, I do, because I'm like, this is people you guys don't remember. We were all trying to do the best we could.
Listen, I appreciate that they made it. I don't think we needed to have it
See it?
released. I don't think it
Yes.
needed to be disseminated.
Yes.
Sure, if you want to make movies as like a something to do, great.
That's what we watched. We watched people doing something for the sake of doing something.
Yes, we watched people who weren't comfortable being bored at home, who couldn't read at home and get through it.
Well, I mean, this is the thing, though. This movie, Grant, fourth retelling of War of the Worlds, right? We've seen it multiple times. This is a different way of doing it. But by putting him in this position where he's also kind of like a stalker, he is a straight up stalker. He is not only stalking his children, he is stalking the refrigerator of his
Never
children.
seen
Like there's a
anything like it.
camera.
Yeah.
Like I know that there are cameras on the outside of fridges. I've never
There are?
known. Yeah, like there's like so you can do like Zooms and like family like
I
conversations like
do
that.
think there are
No.
now smart fridges that can scan what's inside your fridge.
Wow.
That's part of their thing. They're being like, oh, we know when you're low on milk or whatever.
Which it does sound wonderful, but here's what I did not understand.
Yeah, I could use that.
It
That
does
would be
sound
nice.
wonderful, but here's what I didn't understand.
My fridge keeps texting me, you up?
He already seems to be running the world. Okay.
Yes.
So
Oh,
I seems
everywhere.
to be eyes on everything, listening to conversations, knowing what people are about to do, following them in fridges, in food orders. Now, what I could not for the life of me understand is like, well, if we're already able to do that.
Yeah.
What is the difference between him and the technology he's capable
Great
of, and
question.
Galileo or Goliath or whatever that thing was called?
So he's using a program called Guardian, which seems to be very robust in its ability to
I'll say.
break passwords and hack into people's stuff. He's able to delete his son's video game from his game console or whatever. Like, he's very invasive. So what must Goliath do?
I mean, he is so invasive that at one point he pulls like an FBI most wanted list, clicks on the person that he wants to follow for that day, and then zooms in on the literal block that he is living on. Like, and then everything comes through him.
Yeah.
Like, people are asking him for warrants. NASA is like, NASA, what's
He's
going on?
every level. He is dealing with Eva Longoria, who I believe is NASA or weather adjacent.
NASA.
Well, she's NASA because you know that when she popped up on screen, it says like Susan, NASA, right?
You mean
Or
Sandra.
Sandra. By the way, I want to say, if everyone who's acting by themselves in this film, Eva Longoria, like I am all in on her. I just saw her on Brooklyn Nine-Nine, and I was like, this is
She's
great.
always
But
great.
she kind of brings like it all together. This is an insane
She's
thing. And every
always
time she comes
great.
on screen, I relax a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, we're in
Same.
good hands here.
Yes.
Like she at least knew how to set up her camera and get a good angle on herself and a good performance. Whereas I feel like maybe some of the Ice Cube ones were right out of it, like one and done.
Here's the thing. Now, I have definitely FaceTimed moving around, but very rarely because it's so difficult. And to hold the phone out and to talk to someone, but then also make sure that you're going where you need to go.
Right.
And I could not get over the number of times people in this movie, our dear friend Andrea Savage included, they are in mortal danger
Yeah.
and still filming themselves.
They are FaceTiming. I think the movie wants us to believe we're getting access to like their body cams,
But
but
why
their
would
body cams
Andrea-
wouldn't be pointed in a single shot, a one shot rather of their faces.
Andrea is putting on her tactical gear,
Yeah.
and the shot is from the trunk at her. There is no camera. She didn't put down her phone. There is a lot of time where we don't know why the camera's there, and also great for iPhone because they get they take a licking and keep on ticking. I mean, these aliens are shooting lasers, and they're working fine. Just a second later.
Oh, no. The only thing that is more robust in terms of all of the computers and all of the phones is anything that Amazon touches. Whether it's drones or packing tape or vans or drivers, Amazon is the hero of the movie.
And I
full
really,
stop.
when I saw the driver in the beginning and I realized we were watching on Amazon Prime, I thought, well, for sure, they're not going to have like Amazon be the like the thing that saves the world,
Yeah.
Okay. The planet.
Yep.
And I thought that's crazy. Like, I like this guy. He's an Amazon driver. Like, it's all, but they're not going to do that. They did.
Oh, yeah. They did. Everybody in the movie is pretty stupid. Like there's a thing where Eva Longoria is like, they're moving, they're on the go, they're changing direction or whatever. And everybody's doing their like hacking, furiously clicking their keyboards and trying to figure out, and Ice Cube's going through 1 million different windows for different tracking, this is and that. And then this is when they figure out that they're going after all the data.
Holy shit. This whole attack is just a big diversion to get those tripods to the data centers. And those tripods are just Trojan horses to get those little bugs into the servers. To get to the data.
And he's like, oh, it's data. And he clicks in like data, government data facilities. And it populates pictures of all the government data facilities, which now have the robots just standing outside of them.
Just fingering them. All these robots are just fingering the
I was
data
like,
facilities.
you didn't need to, you lost. They've already gotten there. Like anybody with just looking at it, like you've not cracked the code. You're so behind. Obviously, they're at the data centers. They're there already.
Of course. Right. They're there. Just look at them.
Yes.
But what I could not for the life of me well, first of all, it seems to be daytime everywhere in the world.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's the same time. The armies are not
By the way,
pulling
is
together.
this movie in real time?
It seems to be.
I
in
mean,
real
right? Because
time.
I have
Yeah.
some. We'll bring that up in a little bit because I do have some questions about that as well.
I have some questions about that too. But what we watch ultimately, meteors hit the Earth. They hit the satellites first to take them out, so we have no warning. Which, by the way, I'm like, how did they even know that was the intention? They keep on saying we realized they intentionally hit the satellites. How?
Don't know.
Yeah.
How?
Well, they
But
guess they're ships.
anyway.
The meteors are ships.
Goliath was able to
Okay.
hack the aliens
Minds?
iChat.
So, but then all of the world's infrastructure starts to fall apart. We're talking power grids, gas lines, everything. Now they're in our data. Now they are dealing with they've taken down our militaries globally. But what they couldn't stop was news alerts.
Oh, people are still broadcasting. I mean, there's a moment
Go ahead.
where the meteor has just crash landed on Earth. And if we're in the real time of this world, that means that they got a reporter out to a meteor that has landed. She stands there and then is blown up.
Immediately. Yeah.
Immediately.
Here's what I'll say. This movie exists in a world in which Fox News is interested in telling the truth.
Yeah, Fox
Which
News
was shocking. Like the way this movie could have been better is if every time they cut to the Fox News people, they weren't covering the invasion at all. They were covering like Hillary's emails. You know, that's what I wanted.
Right.
But
That's the data they were
that
going
would be
after.
the great joke that if the movie
my
was interested in it.
God.
But no, they do keep cutting back to Fox, and Fox is reporting the same information that CNN is and all the other news sources.
Here's what I want to bring up. The biggest flaw in this movie, the thing that makes me not trust anything from a technology perspective in this film, is that they're all on fucking Microsoft Teams. You can have a more jankier video service. Like when someone tells me they want to have a meeting on Microsoft Teams, I want to turn down that meeting.
Same.
I don't even want to go.
You're barely going to get me on a Google Meet.
Yeah.
Barely.
What is this, a hangout?
The other thing I need to bring up is this is a man, Ice Cube. He has lost his wife. How?
An illness.
Well, I don't think an illness because she leaves a message like, hey, be nice to the kids and take out the trash. I think she was like hit and run.
Oh, interesting.
Because that was the last message.
No, doesn't the daughter say you couldn't, when she gives her monologue about you don't have as much power as you think you do, you couldn't stop mom from getting sick.
Oh, I thought it was
I
like
think so. I think
okay.
I think that's just an old voicemail he listens to. I don't think
on
that's
Facebook, by the way. That's the issue. Why is the head of the NSA getting voicemails
He's
on
so
Facebook?
active on Facebook. He's that's the thing is I kind of also wish there had been other open windows that he was interacting with that were like, he also had an instant cart order he was waiting for. He also was like,
I gotta get this.
swiping on Bumble. Like, I wish that he was just not so just clicking on hacking sites and password generators.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I wanted to see him playing Minesweeper in the background too. Yes, got it. Now, he originally was supposed to be paraplegic, but when the director saw how exciting it was that he threw his chair. He was like, he should walk. Now,
Oh my God.
and I heard that. I was like, that's interesting. But then I'm like, well, how would the whole end of the movie play out? Because a majority of the third act is him running through a building to catch an Amazon Prime drone,
oh
which
my God.
this drone to me was one of the best things ever because
Ugh.
like he needs to poison the database with this zip drive. But before he can do it, he has to order a zip drive just to signal, I guess, the drone to
Yes.
even work.
Yes,
Because
the guy can't fly. Mark, the Amazon driver, has
Driver.
access to an Amazon drone. He is the daughter's
Baby
Baby
daddy.
daddy. Baby daddy, as it
Baby
says
daddy.
on the
Okay.
surveillance footage. Because whenever the daughter walks by, it says baby
I
daddy
see.
on it.
Okay, got it. So he's the baby daddy. They're not married, but nonetheless, she's very, very pregnant. He applies a tourniquet to her injured leg with packing tape, with Amazon packing
I
tape.
mean, it's pretty strong.
This is
I actually
some
thought it was a
wild
good idea,
shit.
though.
Yeah, it's a great
Well,
idea.
But I just don't understand in the world of the movie why we needed to see him add a zip drive to cart for that drone.
Just to see how
fly.
easy it is to order quickly on Amazon and see that, it's just an ad. It's an ad. Like even in the end times, you can
Yeah.
order and receive exactly what you ordered instantly.
Right.
Well,
right,
this is what I
right,
do
right.
love about it is that this is a world in which aliens are attacking, cities are being destroyed. And when they tell this homeless guy,
Oh
like,
my God.
hey, we'll give you free cell phone service. He is not moved by that. But when they say, we'll give you $1,000 Amazon gift card,
He risks his life to flip the drone over. Insane stuff.
the world is ending.
Yeah, it
People
is.
are making decisions. And like, that's the other thing too. Like, yeah, you got to add the zip drive to cart because here's the flaw of that is ideally the drone would then pick up the zip drive from the depot and then mail it out. But he's just taking his own zip drive, putting it in the drone,
Yep.
and then flying it with the most complicated VR goggles. I'm like, if that's is it just one person just flying drones
Well,
and
I don't
dropping?
know, but it's honestly like problematic because you would think the drone would know I have got to go to the depot.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's my
Right,
first stop.
right.
Is to
Like,
get
how is he
the-
cutting it through? Because he's
I don't
carrying it in a
know.
backpack. He's run across
There's no
the city.
QR code. There's no. I don't know.
There's no address.
But
Or-
it really is. The movie is interested in your shopping experience, showing you an Amazon
pretty
shopping
easy.
experience.
I did like those clicks.
I'm genuinely.
It was
shocked.
only like one click, to be
It
honest.
was. It
It
was.
is. That's
Buy, it
that
was
you-
buy it now. I think I did.
Yeah,
I
buy
think
it.
hit buy it now, and then just use current location.
And he had-
I was
and is that an
shocked.
option on Amazon? Use current
Use
location.
current location, Department of Homeland Security. And then he flies into the building. The Amazon
How?
driver is able to move the drone through the buildings, cubicles, hallways, stairwells
How,
of the
though?
Department of Homeland Security.
But this is the exciting news is that we did get a preview because he said, they've been training us on this.
yes.
Yeah.
And so it seems so wild to us now, but like I bet within this calendar year, we will have drones flying into our homes and delivering like Q-tips right to our bathroom.
Like right into our ears.
It's going to be so great.
By the way, we're just talking about the end. There's so much before, but
There's
I will
so
say
much.
that the fact that Ice Cube is able to give his son access to another drone, not an Amazon Prime drone, but another drone to run like strafing fire against the aliens. So the
I
son's
couldn't
video
understand that.
Oh yeah.
I couldn't understand that.
and those drones have missiles on it.
like
military
military drones.
drones?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I laughed so hard earlier in the movie when the son's walking down the street. He's already been attacked by, the meteors have come, they're attacking. And Ice Cube, both to his son and his daughter, just keeps on screaming,
Get away from that. Get out of there. Now. Stay clear of that stuff. Get out of there.
"Get out of there! Run, get out of there!" And I kept on saying, "To where? Where to?
Where are
Yeah.
you gonna go? You're
Where
in the middle
would
of it.
you like
and-
them to go?"
And he's telling them, he's like, go straight, make a left. I'm like, you're just-
Where?
where are they going to
Yeah.
get to
Are
that will
they
be safe from
going?
the giant alien ships that are firing.
Although here's the thing about the aliens, though. They don't seem too concerned actually with killing people.
No.
Only like if they're being
Sucking
attacked
data.
by helicopters or whatever. They
Only
are
push
not
comes
just
to shove.
Yes, they're not just destructive in terms of like walking down the street, zapping everybody. No, they're not.
What
So
do you think, though, that they actually, what do they want to do with that data?
they want everybody's nudes.
But
I just think that
seriously, what are they doing?
They're feeding. Like I think that they're vampires that feed on data, and they're just finding planets with data.
So when they get data, more little ones are born. Is that what those little insects were?
All the little bugs.
Oh, the
I
little
liked
bugs.
the little
I
bugs
did too.
element of it, but I don't think they ever figured out a meaningful way to tell us what was the bad guy's plan. Like, I guess I understand how we stopped them by poisoning the data or whatever, but like to what
Twice,
end?
by the way. We do that twice.
Yeah.
Right, we give them one virus that's kind of okay, and then one virus that's kind of partly a human virus because
Yeah, I think one of them we gave them was COVID-19.
Well, yeah, and I didn't know how they were half biological and half cyber, which Ava Longoria says multiple times.
but I believed her when she said it.
Absolutely.
And the smoking gun information that Ice Cube's son gives him that illustrates all of this is the case is basically 12 PDFs that are just old documents showing that
Oh my
aliens have come
God.
before in the past. I was like, this is not nearly enough information. This is just basically 12 single documents that he gets to open and be like, they've been lying to us the whole time.
But what have they been doing with that data?
Yeah, we don't know.
We don't know.
It's none of it solves any of the questions. It just proves to him that he's been lied to.
And because because there's so much data that's about to come in, that somehow triggered the aliens.
I think so. Like, I think Goliath is so much more data rich that it's like too attractive to them.
Well,
You
I
know?
mean, but here's the other thing. His job is spying. Like at certain points, it's not just about people in the United States. He's pulling up camera views of everywhere. So he is, and I just want to go back to this because why is what the government doing wrong and what he is doing on a daily basis, even to his own family, right? Like
It's
there's
not. That's what I wanted to say to his son too. It's like focused on just what Pops is up to.
Yeah.
I mean, I do also just want to get into, he is the head of NSA surveillance.
Domestic,
and he is tasked with analyzing this situation. At one point, the president's like, all right, what do you got? And we know that we know what he's been doing because we've been watching in real time. And he gives a full-throated, analyzed version of what is happening.
Mr. President, gentlemen, we're seeing a full attack on our infrastructure, on power grids, water, communication, and top-level military targets. They knew exactly where they were going, and they are systematically eliminating resources and our ability to coordinate a response. Here, let me show you. These locations are our global response headquarters, our most sensitive targets, and they're taking them out one by one. Based on their prioritized destruction of these critical intelligence command centers, my analysis suggests nuclear power facilities are next. Electric grids will follow, leaving us completely helpless.
Do you see that? They're grouping to concentrate their attack.
Exactly. And they will be much stronger in groups. So if we concentrate our armed response assets to our high priority locations, we can hit as many as possible. I think it's the only option we have right now.
How do you know?
Yeah.
How do you know?
Yeah, he has taken it in, he's analyzed it, and he is reporting out like a very high level kind of summary, and we never saw any of those pieces coming together.
Honestly, most of what he's done has been to alter the electronics in a Tesla that he got his daughter in so that it would have higher battery to get her farther away from the bad guys.
And by the way, I know that a Tesla, if you're down on 12, it's just going to drive right to a charging station. It's not going to allow you to go on the road with that little of a charge.
Where does he send her?
To a hospital.
No, Paul, they're all full.
They're just in an office, it looks like.
He looks
I
like
thought-
he just sent her to like an abandoned
Yes,
office.
to an office park.
By the way, Scott wants to point out that his official title is Domestic Terror Analyst.
Now, I don't know much about much, but it seems like when your title is just analyst, that you're pretty low level.
He's too old to have this job.
He's
simply.
too old to have this job, but it's like you are. If I don't see a head of or anything like that on your title, like I am concerned that you are being led into these Zooms, and he's always late, with the president.
He's on with the president. So he should have dozens and dozens and dozens of people who are doing exactly what he's doing. If he talks to the president, he shouldn't be doing that many clicks.
Well, and also I will say that the president should be in a safe room, not in the Oval Office. The president is fully
it's hard
not
to
protected.
trust anyone's background, Paul, because what we'll find out later on is, of course, that this hacker we've been looking for the whole time, the disruptor, is actually his son after all.
And the fact that he couldn't figure that out makes me think he's
dumb.
Absolutely terrible. The dumbest.
Because he has on his computer his son's location everywhere. Listen, the guys, when he photoshopped himself and when did he cut that YouTube video together?
He cut like a meme video. He
made a reel.
He built a meme video with like all sorts of specifics and jokes in it, and like I was like, what the fuck?
He did a great job on CapCut. But here's my question: when the son is, when we think he's at his actual home, which is Ice Cube's home, when we think he's there, there's a giant explosion which Ice Cube is tracking. And
the aliens come to Ice Cube's house.
Correct. And destroy it. But the son reacts to it so strongly. The camera goes flying. Things are happening. The camera's on the ground with soot on it. But then we find out that he is not at his home.
Nope.
He's at one of the other hackers' homes and has a backdrop, like a screen that he pulls down. What was he reacting to?
Who knows? Well, I think the aliens, I think were coming for all of the hackers. His whole disruptor team got attacked at one point.
Do you think that he was just maybe like having like phantom, like June going to see a horror movie with you? You jump out of your seat,
boy.
so maybe like when that explosion happened, he's like, he just kind of had his own. Yeah, he shouldn't have gone anywhere.
I loved that during the whole attack, like there's still an element that is monitoring like social media. Like there's hashtag free Earth. Like
yes,
Ice Cube is somehow monitoring social media as well. Again, this is a 60-year-old man. Like
the world is ending. The world is
people have access to internet still. Like they took down a lot,
Yeah.
but they didn't take down our Wi-Fi.
Although at one point, didn't they say they took down all the power? You can't take our Wi-Fi.
People still got to post.
We have to.
That's when I will start posting.
That's by the way, you keep on saying he's old in this movie, and I don't disagree. That's why I wanted him to do more like hunting and pecking. I wanted his type to be like,
yes,
tink, tongue, tink. Tung, like just
I was obsessed with the fact that, well, also the idea that his daughter and her baby daddy would be on Facebook is the only flaw of the movie, to be honest. But like that's absurd.
They're only communicating on Facebook.
Everybody's communicating on Facebook.
It's the most important app in everyone's lives.
Well, but I laughed so hard when everything's all right at the end.
Oh, this is incredible.
He saves the world, and then on Facebook we get to see pictures of her baby shower, and there are 4 people there.
5. It's the 5 cast members of the movie.
Yeah.
Wait, okay, so you're right.
It's the 2 kids, it's Mark, and it's
Ice.
Eva Longoria.
Yes. So are we to believe that they are now a couple?
That I hope so.
Oh, that would be wonderful. I'd like to see him get back out there.
I would love it if they were the only 5 people who survived on Earth.
Because she's the head of NASA. At the end of the movie,
Yes.
she becomes the head of NASA. She's in front of the White House. Maybe they needed to shoot that scene in 2025 just to finish the film, because after COVID protocols are lifted, we can finally get the 5 cast
I
members
mean,
together.
5 years later, NASA basically doesn't even exist anymore as an entity. Like
Oh
we
my God.
we live in a post NASA world right now.
I guess I did have a problem that the president was so quick. Like, he's hearing, okay, aliens have attacked, the meteors are things, they're taking our data. And he goes, well,
I see no other option to initiate this war of the worlds to save us all.
he does say the titular line.
Oh yeah,
War of the Worlds
which is repeated multiple times too.
And then, like, Ice Cube is like, yes, like he's psyched like it's
So
a football
gung-ho.
game. Like,
Yeah.
finally we are in this.
Finally,
Like,
we've got a war
As
of the
though
worlds.
honestly, as though everyone's been waiting for this and preparing for it.
Yeah,
Well, and they keep on saying on the front lines. Where are the front lines?
Yeah.
Every shot of the
everywhere.
globe, it seems like they're everywhere.
Yeah.
They're-
Everywhere. In the
there's-
daytime.
and
and
we're
the-
losing. All of our ships have capsized. All of our planes are falling out of the sky. We are losing in a way that is shocking. But they barely show, because mostly what we see is a cacophony of drop-down menus. I would like, there are shots in this thing where I just wrote down some of the things that are available in drop-down menus
Oh,
on Ice
love
Cube's.
this.
And one of them is, this is just an option in one of his drop-down menus. Show sensitive government addresses. That's an option he can click. Show sensitive government addresses?
But then some of the other options are
What?
just copy. Like, there's
Yeah.
such a
yeah.
range of options in that drop down.
It is, like it might as well also be like the thumbs up emoji. Like it is absolute madness what he has at his fingertips. And
Oh,
also how
God.
it's what you were saying earlier, Paul, about him acting like he was at like his kid's sporting event or something.
Right.
Like it's the same thing we had with when Hugh Jackman was a hacker in whatever hacker movie that was.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
there's
Swordfish.
There's an element of trying to give intensity and action and emotion to what is such a
Yeah.
just flat, I'm just typing on a computer,
Yes.
to try and give it weight, to try and give it stakes.
That is why he's late to so many high-level meetings, because Sandra Nassa's calling. People are always calling in
Calling
when he's
him.
doing something else.
Yes.
And he's on the phone with someone. Someone else is calling in. Everybody's got to be on video. You'll never get a phone call in this movie, just
Yeah.
a straight up audio.
Oh.
You have got to be on video. And that's the way that urgency is created in this, which is so wild.
I mean, my favorite moment, though, is when his son reveals that he is the disruptor, the person they've been chasing. He goes,
It's you! It's you!
Yeah. Well, yes, kind of.
How could you,
Yeah.
man? How could you? My own son is hacking the government.
it's you! It's you! It's you! Like out of his chair. And there's a couple moments when he gets out of his chair. That's probably my favorite. But the second is when, clearly, as an actor, Ice Cube understands he can't leave this room. So he runs to the most flimsy glass door, like where if you pull in the door, it kind of makes a clunk, 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 clunk sound. You know, it's like it's not even sealed. He runs to that glass door, like, ugh, locked. Like, it's locked from the inside. I'm like, what? That door doesn't even seem to have a lock on it. And if it did, a strong push would break it. Like, he's not in a secure
No.
room. He's in a office that most normal
He's in a
offices.
conference room in West Hollywood.
Yes.
Let me be
1,000%.
clear. He's in like his manager's office.
Well, but
Right.
here's the thing, though. Like, I do wish they had we had some sense of like, oh, these aliens have a certain Achilles heel. They can't go into
Great. I would love this. Yeah.
like they can't go into coffee shops. They can't go whatever it is because they are half human. Like There's something about them, but as it
They could get
stands,
COVID.
there is no
They are susceptible to COVID-19.
Yeah.
there is no safe place. So the Department of Terror Analysis or whatever is on lockdown. But what does it mean? Nobody is safe in this world.
Well, also, how come the aliens haven't attacked the building he's in, which is where like Goliath is?
They should have just
That
come
was
right
their
to
last
that.
stop, Jason.
I guess so, yeah.
Yeah, it just was like last on the agenda.
The way the movie is set up, he's alone, I believe on a Sunday or on a weekend or whatever, at the Department of Homeland Security, which suggests to us that they take the weekends off entirely.
Yes.
The entire
Yes.
Department of Homeland Security
So
Goes
troubling.
takes weekends off.
Right, because there's no one in the
Clark
entire
Gregg is
building.
like, what are you doing there? Why are you at work? And what? If he wasn't, the building would be empty.
Yeah, it seems someone should be there 24/7.
But by the way, it seems like they're doing a very important thing, which is bringing down the Disruptor today, who's like number 12 on the most
Yes.
wanted list. And it seems like Andrea Savage is like, I need the warrant. And he's getting a warrant.
He's
for
getting
her.
a search warrant for the FBI.
Why is she even reporting to him? She reports to him multiple times. I'm like, you're the FBI. He's an analyst.
Again, he's doing too much and also not nearly enough.
Well, you're so right, because on the one hand, he runs the world.
Yes.
Like, truly, he runs the world
Alone.
alone in that office.
Yes.
But at the same time, like, he also seems to have no idea what's happening and is making all the like terrible decisions.
Yeah.
Well, there's another thing that I've just am realizing too. Like, we're supposed to believe that he is smart, but he stops these aliens by putting a 128 gig like hard drive in,
Like USB-A.
Right, which, by the way, so I just Googled that as we were talking here. It goes 128 gig hard drive is suitable for basic use.
Oh, yeah.
But moderate. It would not be sufficient for users who need a game or a software like.
You couldn't even put like a high fidelity album on 128.
I have a 4 terabyte or like a SanDisk like that's tiny. Like, just up it, guys. Like, if you're taking down the entire data
Make it
set.
sound big. That's what I mean by when he finally gets, when the son gives him the Goliath whistleblower document, it is so basic. It's so not interesting. It's so not impressive, I guess is what I mean. You know, like you think it's going to be this big reveal. They've got this cutting edge software and all it is a bunch of old photos of UFOs from the 50s.
But here's what I find to be so fascinating about this filmmaker and the choices that are made. Like, you could still open up 6 of those files and look at like old timey newspaper clippings or whatever, but have hundreds of files sent over.
Yes.
And
right.
yet the choice is like, no, just 12.
Yeah.
Just 12.
Well, it does feel like the movie does feel like by having Ice Cube as the lead, it's that same way that Liam Neeson action movies function. Like, this is for dads and uncles.
Right.
And I don't think they wanted to clutter it up too much and to confuse the dads and uncles.
Right. It's a sort of like computers can get you any information, obviously, and Amazon's great to deliver you shit. And your kids are on Facebook being weird, and you got to monitor them, and you got and you don't know what your kid's doing in the next room.
And Teslas are basically ambulances and can save your life.
Yes. This is for dads and uncles. This is what this movie is.
Oh my God. Well, it's so funny. So our youngest son came in while I was watching it this morning and goes, "Oh, what video game is this?"
Amazing.
And I said, "Oh no, this is a feature film."
What I also appreciate from that,
That's
knowing,
so funny.
Knowing both the people in that story, my wife and my son, is that he would ever assume that you were up at 6 a.m. playing a video game. Like, that would like he would have been like,
should have
who- what-
signaled.
I like
yeah.
that you. I like that you felt like you needed to identify that you knew both of the people in the story, your wife and your son.
I just want to just say that I won't go on record and saying I know both of them.
Both of the people.
Like, I like that before you provided your anecdote, you were like, just so you know, this is from insider info. I happen to know the person that June is mentioning. He's my son.
Yeah, he knows what's up.
That was wild.
both of the people.
Oh man.
Oh God.
How did this get made?
Oh, this is the thing that was driving me nuts. Clearly, they weren't making the movie together, and everyone says data differently.
Yes.
So it sounds like they're having a
So
fight.
true.
Like,
Yeah.
so Sandra would say,
Data.
Data.
And he'll be like, we need the data.
These things eat data.
Checking the data center. Stand by.
Collecting data to get to the data.
These little guys are drawn to data.
You know, everywhere they've been going, there's a data center.
No, the code you will be carrying is data.
What if we starve them out? Take away the data.
So we gotta infect all the data centers.
Data center.
Yeah, data centers.
We use the data centers they've connected to as bait and plan an old school rabbit virus to infect the data they're eating.
The more data it consumes.
Data.
Data. Data.
Data.
Data.
Data.
Data.
Data.
They're eating our data. My data's being drained.
They're speaking back and forth, and it does feel like they are having a pissing contest on how to say it.
Well, and there's only one right way to say it, of course, which is data.
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 Not
Data.
data.
Dada. Dada.
Oh, do you have
God.
that data for me?
Give me my data.
Now, where did we ever get to see where those little bugs that were feeding on the data went?
I mean, they're all over the place. They're attacking Ice Cube when he gets into the Goliath room, I believe. Like
When those little
That's
snake
right,
legs
that's
pull him.
right.
But they seem to be
Eva
sweet.
Longoria gets them. She traps a couple and she's keeping them as pets, I think.
Yeah, I think that's really what I'm curious about. Like, because she's like, oh, I like these little guys. But meanwhile, the scene before, they were crawling all over her.
And
like
also they have blood. Hey, guess what? They also have blood. So like, get out of there,
crazy.
Eva. There's so much happening outside. Like the movie is unquestionably happening outside. Like aliens are attacking. There's so much happening. And we spend all of our time watching Ice Cube try and maneuver a cursor. Like that, the movie we're watching
I
is
know.
Ice Cube and a computer.
I would love someone to pull some data on how much screen time is devoted to just his screen and
Yes.
moving windows
Yes.
around and answering calls and typing and coding versus like action with people and aliens. Like I really do need to know because it did feel like, God damn it, I am watching a computer screen. Now there's
Stressful.
another version.
It was stressing me out.
It was stressing me
Well,
out
I
too.
think there's a way that this style or whatever you want to call this can be very interesting. It just didn't really work here. But because I think to use these elements, all of the way that we communicate is so smart if you're interested in interrogating how we communicate.
Right.
This is not doing that.
I do want to also bring up that, earlier we've been talking like, oh, clearly Amazon wanted a lot of product placement. Would it surprise you to know that this was a movie not made by Amazon? It was made by Universal. It is only being distributed on Amazon. So this is not...
the Amazon stuff was in there before Amazon was part of it?
Yep. I mean, I think that they probably did some sort of branding deal with them.
Okay.
But it was not like this wasn't a direct.
It wasn't cooked up by Amazon.
No, Universal Studios bought this
I
movie
see.
independently of Amazon.
That's shocking.
And then maybe that was a
Wow.
backdoor idea, but this is not an Amazon made for Amazon
I'm
movie.
surprised there was not an Alexa moment in this in this whole thing. I'm shocked that somebody didn't say, Alexa, where are the robots or something.
Alexa,
like that.
find disruptor.
Well, a lot of things like once they get into audio, because so much of it is video, the movie really falls apart. It's like when he is able to talk through the Amazon truck,
Yeah.
through a system, the speaker system.
What speaker?
What speaker? And
Yeah.
how does he have? Fine, he's able to like connect to the camera, and Mark almost drives off the side of the road. He's so shocked.
As he should.
Yes.
Yes.
I mean, just to go back and say there is a camera in a commercial airliner that just has footage of like, where's that camera? Well, like what camera is in a commercial airliner?
How come there aren't a bunch of shower cams? If that's what we're showing.
That's what he's
just-
getting in there early for.
Why isn't
I think
he
that's
in there
Goliath.
exactly checking out shower cams?
I think that's
Goliath is it's a picture of Clark Gregg unredacted. It's a bunch of pictures from the 40s and 30s of UFOs and then just shower cams.
You did not wash your pits. It's just like letting them know. But there is something in this movie that's so crazy. Like, you think this is going to be about a movie where we're taking down like a cyber terrorist, somebody who is like that organization that wears the masks.
Anonymous.
And that first part of it, when he's getting the warrant, when he's zoning in on the house, when he's finding the block and the apartment building and everything, he's also off checking Facebook in between that. Like, it's like he's not even focused on the task at hand. It's like, okay, we're going to get that warrant. Let me call my daughter real quick. You know, it's like there's an FBI SWAT team standing outside of a building with guns ready to go.
I think you don't know what it's like, Paul, to deal with as many windows and drop down menus, and the speed at which he is able to do these things is beyond your wildest imagination.
Well,
Here's what I'd like to see. And listen, I think Ice Cube is a fantastic actor.
Great.
I don't think he can type that fast.
No,
I didn't believe he could type that fast.
No one can.
He is a very fast. Now, I'm a fast typer, but
Are you really?
yeah,
Did you take a typing class?
Yes.
Or is this just? Oh, you did. Okay.
I did. Yeah.
Did you, Paul?
No, Paul didn't.
Well, can I tell you why? Because when they said, do you want to take a typing class? I'm like, I don't think I'm going to have to use typing in what I'm doing. I was adamant that I was like, yeah. None of that, please. Like this is not going to come in handy for me at all.
Oh my God, that's so funny.
I rejected it.
I don't think it was even offered to me.
It was offered in 6th grade. We all had to learn typing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's smart. I mean,
Can I just offer a PSA?
Please.
This is a PSA to people that I think maybe generationally we just have forgotten or people don't know. If you have something stuck in your body, like the daughter does in this movie, she has some piece of shrapnel in her leg. Do not pull it out, period. That will make it worse. Wrap it tight so that the thing stays in there. Do not pull it out of your body. That's my PSA.
Okay.
Well, I mean, I think that you're right on the level of Ice Cube. Like, Ice Cube was very much like, don't pull it out.
He knows.
I do want to also bring up
Well,
that,
I mean, like my guy applied a tourniquet to her leg. So at the end of the movie, when they're showing the baby shower pictures, she should have lost that leg.
1000%.
That's what a tourniquet does.
Yeah, that leg would have been gone.
Well, especially because you have to imagine that even after that they, got the virus inside all of the aliens, I think, I don't know, even after that happened, like all emergency and like medical services must have been down for a really long time. Like, I can't imagine she got any help.
No.
So that leg had to come off.
Had to go.
Had to go.
But you know what? She lived another day. I mean, the fact that she didn't have a miscarriage, honestly, was also pretty impressive. I mean, for the amount of stress that she went through.
I'm shocked they didn't try and make that the plot line.
Right.
That she goes into labor.
Yeah.
And that is what Ice Cube is monitoring, is her giving birth.
The final moment of a baby being born would have been pretty great.
And then if it got bitten by one of those little bugs.
Whoa.
First alien human robot hybrid.
I love it. That's the sequel.
What the hell is happening here?
Boom.
Just so you all know, Amazon Prime Air, it has taken flight. It is an active service.
This is the drone delivery system.
This is the drone delivery system. It is happening in Texas,
in
Phoenix.
like rural areas.
Yes.
I believe it's happening in areas that are not congested.
College Station, Texas, and parts of Phoenix, and they're expanding to Kansas City Metro. And 30 minutes or less, and it's only $4.99 extra to get it.
But now, what can they carry though?
Little boxes.
Yeah,
I'm looking at the
like
boxes,
a thumb
right?
drive.
Yeah, if they actually ordered a 2 terabyte thumb drive, it wouldn't have worked. They're cute. They're bulky, and it doesn't seem to make that much sense. Honestly, it doesn't seem to make any sense because
I think it makes sense in areas that are where people are remote.
Right.
Like that it's like it's easier to fly a drone out over agricultural land than it is to send a driver. That I get. In the cities, anything like that, absolutely not. No way.
I mean, wow. Oh, wow.
But when I drive around Los Angeles, the city that we all live in, and I see those little guys, those little robots driving around with googly eyes on them or whatever, I'm like, oh, I've already acclimated to this. I've already acclimated to driving around a city, and there's not just robots driving around with, I guess, food in them or whatever, Instant Cart or whatever, but also the Waymos. driverless cars on the road.
I love those.
I'm just normalized to now. I still haven't been in one, but I love
Waymos
the idea.
are great.
Yeah.
But I'm also a person who doesn't understand that little robot. Like I don't
The
get
delivery
why,
robot,
Yeah,
you
I
mean?
don't get
Yeah.
why. Like it just seems to me like it's not going to get there quickly. And what am I ordering?
And to me, they just look like, I feel like people must be using them as toilets.
Well, then they'll have some photo. They will have a video of you shitting in it, and I think then you have to pay for it. I think that's the
Hey, that
idea.
sounds that's a service I would sign up for.
This is a movie.
Can
that,
I interrupt you for
Yes,
just 1 second?
please.
I'm so sorry, Paul. Just to go back to the robots, June.
What's up?
Would you have ever imagined a world in which, when you said what is its mission about the BB-8 robot
God, seems so
that
long
is
ago.
rolling around on screen in Star Wars and then the little toy in your home, that now we live in a world where you regularly drive past robots on the streets
It's
of
so
Los
true.
Angeles?
And actually,
Like, what is its mission?
the way that the Los Angeles robots move is very
The
similar.
LARs?
The LARs, it's very similar to BB-8,
Yeah.
and it seems none of us do know what its mission is. I don't know what they're delivering.
Yeah. No, I think hot diarrhea.
Yeah, I don't know if it's just like, if it's food or what's in there.
I was having lunch the other day, and one just drove right by me. And then we also were in a car the other day where it was causing a traffic intersection backup. Remember
Yes.
Wow.
the driver was screaming at it, which
Oh
I was like, that doesn't really help because I don't think that they're taking that in. I hope. I don't know.
By the way, good. Good that the residents of LA are having road rage against the robots and not each other. Thank you.
But I will just say that, was this movie on your radar at all? Because this has been a movie that for the last 2 weeks I have been getting nonstop text messages about. People are like, have you seen it? Because this is a movie that had a 0 on Rotten Tomato. A very hard feat to do is now moved up to 3%. But it is, but a 0 is a shocking, for Rotten Tomatoes, a pretty shocking thing. And that was a big talk about it.
Wow.
On release, it had a 0. And I think that people are watching it to be like, well, what could it be?
Yeah.
And here's what I'll report. Whatever you think, if you've not seen it, and you've just listened to us, it will still shock you. Like even everything that we've just revealed here, it will still shock you because in this movie, there are things we can't even get to all of the things that are confounding. Like the idea you were saying, drop down menus. They type in sometimes search words where it's like terrorist, house, Prius.
There's
and then
so many, there's so many good things like that are just both what's available in his drop down menus and also what he can type in that is immediately then realized.
And all of this is happening in real time. So like they are activating warships, planes are dropping out of the sky. But like this movie happens in this is 90 minutes or it is 12 hours. I don't know because we never see a time jump.
There are no obvious time cuts, but time, I believe, does pass.
Well, there's one.
Not much.
There's one, and I don't remember when it was, but they're waiting for something, and it's like 1:46, and then it's 2:17. It's like there's one.
Oh wow! So there's
time
about
cut.
30 minutes. 30 minutes. All right, so there's 30 minutes of unaccounted for. So in that time,
It's when everybody in the movie goes and has a dump. I would love it if there was just minutes of the movie where it was just webcam of an empty chair. And finally, Ice Cube returns from the bathroom.
damn, what did I miss?
I have to say, I liked Ice Cube with the gray hair and gray beard.
Oh, he's great.
Thought he
I like
looked
him in a little
great.
sweater vest and
I thought he
a
looked
shirt.
great, and I thought he did a hell of a job for what he had to do.
And I wrote down repeatedly throughout that everybody's working so hard at an impossible task.
Yeah.
To act, not just to act against nothing, but to act against nothing but have the stakes be so high is impossible. To have it be a world war event and you're just trying to communicate the stakes and severity and scope via webcam is absurd. Without any scenic partner, without anybody to work off of or work with, it's just punishing, I felt like. And everybody's doing their best.
Yes.
And I will say this, I have no problem with the acting in this movie whatsoever. It really is how insane it is. Because when that kid says, I will fly the Amazon drone to your office, he I believe, like, I love that side game. I love his son. Like, when his son is like, Dad, let me tell you something. Dad, I got to tell you something. And now I do think that they tease the audience. Like, I'm like, oh, he's a disruptor. He's like, Daddy, you got to know what's going on. He's like, you don't tell me about what I need to know. Click. You know, it's like, I'm like, well, we should have just played that up, that little
also
twist a little
felt
bit
like
more.
he needed to pay a little bit more attention to his son overall.
Yes, his son didn't seem to be as monitored as much as his daughter.
The daughter. It was a little creepy.
Seems like he's got something weird going on there. He doesn't want her to, maybe like she fell in, like she became like a substitute for his wife. And now, you know, on some level, you know, not like, you know, just like he's being overly protective of her.
Yeah. He's definitely monitoring her quite a bit more.
Because, I mean, to think about him being on Facebook so much, but not responding to a Facebook friend request from 4 years ago.
Like,
I mean,
here's what I'd like to see.
Who was that friend request from?
From the baby daddy.
From Mark.
Why does he hate Mark so much?
Because Mark calls him Pops.
When he goes...
Also, Mark did raw dog his daughter.
Well...
But willingly, it was a consensual raw dog.
Like
before conception, I would imagine.
Know why he hated him.
We don't know that
so much.
Well, and also like when everything he does seems to be like, okay, sir, I'm on it. Like he says, like he says,
a lovely guy.
Get to her office, whatever it is, wherever her lab is. Get to that, and he's like, on it, on my way. It wasn't like a question. It was like, on my way. That guy leaves his Amazon, but he's working.
Okay, so Ice Cube and his son are shown to be expert hacker computer people, right? They can breach any firewall, they can get into any system, whatever it takes, they can do it. But at the end of the movie, when Ice Cube has to run down to the Goliath room or whatever, it is his daughter who has to do all of the hacking.
Yes.
And she's mounting the computer, and I couldn't figure that out. Why is she now in charge of disabling security systems and finding the key code and blah, blah, blah?
Well, I don't know. I mean, the other main issue I had with that key code is like, okay, now we're to understand that this is 40 feet below the actual Department of Homeland Security, and Goliath is here, and it is like the most important piece of data that we have, and they have a camera facing the keypad.
Yes.
Facing the keypad. And they are able to find out that password in
immediately
less than 30 seconds.
Immediately.
so wild.
Wouldn't it have been funny? How great. This is my pitch for the movie. Wouldn't it have been great? And maybe one of our listeners will compile a trailer for this movie that is this. That when he finally breaches and gets into the Goliath room, it is just Billy Bob Thornton from the Amazon Prime show Goliath. It is just what's in there is only the Amazon Prime TV series Goliath. All seasons.
I would have liked it if in a moment he's like, this is too stressful, and he pops on Bosch. Gotta watch it. Just unwind.
He's like Ballard. He's like, I gotta watch my Ballard. I need her to solve cold cases. Oh, please, can I be on Ballard, guys? Just if you're listening, Ballard, I just want to be on Ballard.
June has heard me ask about Ballard to all the Amazon execs, and they're always like,
obsessed.
We're not. Yeah, they were like, why are you talking to us about this? Like,
oh yeah. Let me be Ballard, please, guys. Let me be on Ballard. I just want to just help Maggie Q or fight Maggie Q. I just want to know what's up. Renee Ballard, call me.
Oh my gosh. All right, so let's take a look. Obviously, people had opinions about this movie, a lot of negative ones, but there are people out there that had a different opinion. It is now time for second opinions.
Don't trust the mainstream for information. Don't trust Grammarly for punctuation. Don't trust a surgeon to make incisions. Check out Amazon user reviews. Get a second opinion. Second opinions. Second opinions.
Thank you, Ben Lee, for that amazing song. We don't get to hear it a lot, but I always love it. Amazon. This is an Amazon Prime movie. When we watched it, it was number 6 of the most watched things on Amazon.
Ever?
Well, in the top 10 right now. Like in the
I see what you mean.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And so far, it already has almost 3,000 reviews.
Oh, wow.
And 15% of them are 5-star reviews. This first one is from Liam, and the title is Ice Cube Has Done It Again. I like Ice Cube. I like when the president said, I hereby initiate a war of the worlds, and everyone clapped. And I was happy to see the man next to the tent reject a year's worth of free internet in return for picking up a drone in the middle of a field of lasers, but quickly changing his mind for 1,000 Amazon bucks. I thought that was very realistic. Personally, if someone offered me $1,000 in Amazon bucks, I'd pretty much do anything they told me, including risking my life.
Oh, Liam.
Oh, this is stark. Okay.
So,
Liam.
Some may say this movie wasn't very good. Do not listen to them. A lot of people don't like aliens, and they give bad reviews to alien movies. There's also a part of the movie where they try to drop 2 nuclear bombs on top Ice Cube, but luckily he saved himself with 3 seconds to spare. Lots of suspenseful moments, and even a heart-touching ending. 5 stars.
I don't remember them dropping nuclear bombs.
I don't either. Liam is watching this in a different... Liam is also out there thinking that people are bombing, like critic bombing alien movies. Like,
I also don't use the term heart-touching.
No, heart-touching is not a thing.
Nobody's ever used it.
Phil K. writes, surprisingly gripping and good.
Wait, is it Phil K. Dick?
Yes. That's what makes this one real. Yeah.
Cool.
Surprisingly gripping and good, showing tools we all had to learn to use during COVID, combined with some fancy, probably fictional government tech. It made this movie even more urgent. The way this combines all types of conspiracy theories, UAP disclosure, privacy concerns, anonymous, disruptor, etc. It actually stands out as a representation of the frantic times we are living in. Times that could become even more frantic. Once you let the format sink in, it's hard to switch off.
Wow.
Quite an original take on an old story. And in a way, even scarier, because it hits closer to home. It also shows us how much we live in a corporate world, and the film did not shy away from showing that. 5 stars.
Incredible.
Like, they think that was like a corporate takedown.
Yeah. I wonder for this new generation, is this movie their Independence Day?
It might be.
Oh, God.
This one is from an untitled person. I think the truth is, people are uncomfortable talking about the potential of something going wrong at the hands of our leadership. People are uncomfortable with the return of Jesus and the end of the world.
All right.
And people are definitely uncomfortable seeing a black family save the world. So it could be subconscious, but it's definitely true that this is a good movie with a profound message that left you with something to think about. Not like those vulgar movies that people get excited about. Title, The Truth About the Low Ratings. 5 stars.
Wow.
Snuck in the Jesus thing in there a little bit. Like, I don't think this movie had that kind of...
I was like, where are you seeing Jesus inside of this? I would love that.
And then it just finally goes here from Amazon customer. Amazing cyber evasion movie. I think it means invasion.
Yeah.
The acting was amazing, and I liked how it was directed with all the video chatting, etc. 5 stars. And that is just a sampling of some of the 5-star reviews of this film. I mean, maybe big government is taking it down. Maybe this is like the that movie with Will Smith and the football players where he was talking about CTE and the NFL kind of squashed it. Yeah, the concussion movie. This is maybe big government is making us not enjoy this. They kind of hacked into Rotten Tomatoes.
Somehow, I do believe that the government in this movie is operating more coherently than the government we're currently living under is.
All I'm saying is, if Ice Cube can get into anything, he could definitely hack Rotten Tomatoes. And maybe there's an analyst out there jacking up scores, dropping down scores. You know, he may not like She-Hulk and just getting in there and putting his own issues with it.
Review bombing the woke superhero movies.
I mean, we still, despite Rotten Tomatoes or no, we saw what we saw.
We did see what we saw.
We saw what we saw. And it is something to see. Like, that's the thing about this movie. I will give it, first of all, nice hour and a half.
Yeah.
Oh,
nice.
The time on this was perfect.
Perfect. And, it is so wild that it is absolutely something to behold.
Yes.
Even if you were just watch the opening, until those meteors come crashing down.
For sure. But the other thing I will say is we didn't talk about, and I'm curious because I am, as we know, childless, and you guys are not, as we've established. Paul does know your son.
But Jason, I've offered it to you multiple times. You can take any. We have 2, so you could take.
Yeah,
if
great.
you want
Again, that is such a strange offer. What did you think of the letter he writes to his children at the end of the movie? Actually, that he's trying to write throughout the movie, but then succeeds and sends at the end.
Dear Faith and Dave, being a parent is hard. If I don't tell you this stuff now, I might not be able to tell you later. Protecting my kids was the most important part of my life. But I held on too long. I was afraid to let you guys grow up. Please forgive my trespasses. I promised Mom I'd keep you safe, but you ended up saving me. And your mom would be so proud of her children. I know it's true that if I make it through this, it'll be because of you guys. Just remember, I'm with you always.
It got me. I'll be honest.
Actually, yes, I did. I liked what he said. I was so curious about the way that he wrote it. And I think it's because he's so used to like short missives and coding, but there's not a paragraph to be found in there.
It's all disjointed sentences, single sentence ideas.
Well, he is saving the world at the same time.
He does not have emotional growth, and that's part of it.
Well, he does end up at the shower at the end, but I think
with Eva Longoria,
and he wore the shirt,
the Grandpa Shark shirt.
He wore the shirt, but what would have helped his growth, I think, is if he ultimately needed to turn off surveillance on his daughter. If he ultimately needed
delete the ex-wife,
to
the dead wife,
let go of her and to assume that she's going to be okay, and the decisions she makes, like he's not helping her. That never really happens.
Wouldn't it have been awesome? And now this is not the movie that we saw, obviously. If the machines because they have so much access to the data, what if they started sending him messages that sounded like they were from his dead wife?
Whoa.
You know what I mean? Like
maybe
that's
she's
what
been in the data.
world that we're living in, where AI can spoof any of us because it has access to so many hours of our voices or what. AI is so powerful. The world we live in, people are being deceived by AI versions of the people they love.
Yes.
Wouldn't that have been interesting if the way the machines were trying to obfuscate what they were doing was to have suddenly his phone rings and it's his dead wife.
Well, but here's
again,
the thing.
I ask you, what do the machines actually want to do?
Exactly.
But they don't. That's the thing. They don't want to do anything because they're not interested in deceiving. They just want to drink the milkshake. Like we are 7-Eleven and they're coming to drink our data Slurpees. Like that's it.
Okay. So this is a big drink. So for you, this is about drinking.
This is
either milkshakes or Slurpees.
Yeah, this is like
these
when
guys are coming to drink.
When Daniel Day-Lewis says, "I drink your milkshake," you put that in this movie, it's like that's what the aliens are like. I drink your milkshake,
is
but milkshake
it just
is data.
to drink our milkshake, or is it to survive off of it, or what is it? What
are
is
they taking it somewhere?
Are they
gonna?
Yeah, they're doing a better version of what we tried to do here.
No,
like,
they just are coming to take a drink. It's like we go to a place with a beach to go swimming. They're like, oh, that planet's got a lot of good data.
So it's for fun?
You think this is a vacation?
I think it's like, hey, it's like a buffet. We're a buffet, and they're going from place to place. Doesn't
so
Brainiac...
when we vacation, we go to like museums. So they pick vacation spots for data centers.
Yes, and it's like I think in my mind, it's like Brainiac. Doesn't Brainiac go around from like planet to planet and suck up all their knowledge and then keeps them in little glass jars, like the city?
Sort of, yeah.
You know, that's what's going on here. These are just thirsty aliens.
I wish I knew what the aliens' plan was. I would have enjoyed, like, that's part of the thing is they're up against an antagonist that is just so so inscrutable and so unknowable.
Yes.
You know,
we never even
that it was
really
tough.
get to see what they look like.
Nope.
It's always grainy. They do break off into a capsule at one point, which I thought was cool, but like we don't even get to really see them.
Well, they couldn't afford
and
that.
also, like, none of the information when he opens the Goliath files, and we have obviously
that
these
doesn't tell
machines
us
have been
anything.
here. It doesn't help him at all.
Nope.
It's not like, oh, from the 30s we discovered that they are allergic to, you know, pollen or whatever.
Yep, nope.
None of it works or happen or helps. It's,
I mean,
it's
just thankfully his
absolute-
daughter was working on this other virus, the cannibal virus.
Thank
I mean,
God.
I guess all
Thank
this.
God they are, as a family, so singular in each of their abilities and positions. It's crazy.
It really, really is. And I guess the question is, would you recommend this movie to other people to watch?
You know what? As I said, there is something to it. Is so, again, if only for the first 15 minutes. Yeah, I think this is worth getting your eyes on.
I had no problem watching it. I will say, even at a tight 90,
It went down pretty smooth.
it went down smooth, but there were like until that third act kicks in. Like I was like,
Yes.
there's like a little bit of a time where you're like, okay, well, what's happening next? And then once we get into the Amazon Prime, once we get into the Tesla, honestly,
Yes.
we're in great shape. But there's a little bit of time in between. Where,
This is the kind of movie that I think absolutely, for the sake of the episode, watch it. But also, like, this is the kind of movie that you can watch it while you're making coffee in the morning.
oh yeah,
Like, it does not demand you turn out the lights and sit down and give it your full attention. It's okay in the background, and you'll enjoy it enough, and it will be good for the episode. For this,
you need to
episode, rather.
see. You need to see some of it, and I highly recommend everybody in it. I cannot wait to see Andrea Savage. We have a lunch planned, and I am gonna find out
please
every
get
detail
everything.
I possibly can
Oh my God.
about it. And I'm sure she's also being inundated as people have.
So curious.
Jason, June, you want to plug anything, June? What do you got?
Well, I don't know if Weapons is still in the movie theaters, but if it is, I definitely recommend that movie and going to see it. It's so much fun to watch with an audience.
Really great movie. So much fun. Jason, what about you?
You know what? I don't really have anything, but I'll shout out Taskmaster season 19 is on YouTube now, so check it out.
I love it. I will shout out Dark Web every Monday on YouTube. Me and Rob People, totally free. Everybody, thank you for listening. And if you have questions, concerns, observations that we didn't quite get to, give me a call at 619-PAULASK, or just go to our Discord at discord.gg/HDTGM, because last looks, we will break down all of them, or as many that are interesting. And last but not least, I got to thank our entire team for whom the show could not be done without. I am talking about our producers, Scott Sonny and Molly Reynolds, our movie-picking producer, Avril Halley, and our engineer, Casey Holford. All right, guys, we'll see you next time.
Whew.
See you next time.
Okay, clickety clackety, clickety clackety.
How to discriminate.